Hey, good afternoon. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Saturday, the 23rd of August 2025. This is my weekly analysis video where I have a look at some of the Forex pairs I'm trading on the daily time frame using the high probability and divergence trading methods from my books. So welcome everyone. Thank you for watching. If you do like the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's always appreciated. I get it. They're not very exciting videos. I hope everyone's weekend's going okay. I'm nursing a bit of a hangover. My brother and his wife are still in town. He's already messaged me trying to get me down to a beach bar already. I said, no, I've got to do my video. I'll get down there shortly. All right, football-wise, I think my team, the Roosters, they got a game this afternoon. The Wallabies are up against the Springboks again tonight. Look, last week was lucky. Very lucky, coming back from 22-0 down to beat the Springboks 38-22. I don't think that'll happen again, but you never know. The Springboks will be a lot tougher this weekend, I can guarantee you. All right, let's get into the charts. This is TradingView. This is my watch list on the right. Look, I'm not a trade signal provider. Please don't follow me blindly. All right, so yeah. Just do your own due diligence. I do call a lot of trades in the group on the daily updates, etc. And any trades, new trades I do take, I take a screenshot and post those screenshots in the groups, and I also add them to a spreadsheet which I share, so you can see everything. It's all fairly transparent. Any trade management's also called at the time. Keep in mind I'm in Da Nang, Vietnam, so the new daily candle for me is at 4 a.m. local. That's 5 p.m. New York. I don't get out of bed till 6:30 a.m. normally, so 2.5 hours before I do actually any work. So just be aware of that. All right, let's get into it. As I said, I'm not a trade signal provider, so don't worry too much unless you're doing the same loss recovery trading method as I am. Don't worry about all these lines so much. They're just previous trades. This is the AusCAD, been stuck in a tight range for a while. The last trade was this sell here. It started to go down, but it sort of hit that. I'm not sure what happened to, it looks like the US dollar. Something happened to that yesterday or last night. A lot of the pairs are sort of gone back to the other way, which is quite common on the daily charts these days. Yeah, so this is the AusCAD. I'm in a sell here, so that's from the 19th of August. There's my notes there. This is my loss recovery levels. So as you can see, it got very close to it, but I was just waiting for it to push through. I've got a bit of swap fees to deal with. Yeah, and I accidentally did another close. Geez, I'm making a lot of mistakes lately. Must be old age or something. Accidentally closed it and got straight back in, so that's just something that I have to be aware of. That's what those notes down there are for. So it looks like it wants to reverse to the upside. You can see like it's range bound. MACD fairly close to the zero levels. Not much I can do. We're at basically the entry level at the moment. If we've got a buy, it'd be good to just close the sell and go to the buy side, but we haven't got a buy signal as yet. Just waiting. Aussie yen, we're in no man's land, waiting on a trade setup. It looks like it's going to be a buy. Remember, generally if I'm looking to buy when the MACD platinum's below the zero level and sell when it's above the zero level. So that's the zero level. It's sort of like an oscillator, so it always comes back to the zero level. It might be a long time, but I guarantee it will come back. Has always done it, and there's no reason it won't do it unless there's a major problem with one of the main 8 currencies or Bitcoin or gold or silver or something. So we had, we'll probably get rid of these red lines because they're sort of not relevant at the moment. So what have we got? We've got this resistance level and price up here, no worries. We had this hidden bullish divergence there. Now we've got regular, just bearish, bullish divergence. So we've got the old 1, 2 and divergences. So a buy trade here would be great. For me, it's a part of my loss recovery. You can read I've lost a bit on this one. Nearly $900, so next trade's going to be trade 5 for me. But if you're not trading this way and a buy signal presents, put your buy in and your stop loss will be below the lows here. But we haven't got one yet, we're waiting. Aussie yen. Aussie New Zealand, Righto. This is it looks like I'm in a good buy trade, but I'm not. What happened here, I closed out of this buy trade on an opposite QMP there. It was all a bit messy. See how it's very tight to the zero level? Then we got this sell signal here. So I closed out for a small loss. So I took a loss there, $19.67. And as Murphy's Law would have it, next day, or the day I closed, later that day was New Zealand interest rate news, and there was a rate cut and it shot up. So if I'd stayed in the buy, it would have been sweet. So we're no longer in this buy, we're out of that. So now I'm waiting on a trade. That's why it's highlighted in yellow there. So that is no longer a trade. So waiting on a new potential setup. We missed the buy. It wasn't really a good setup anyway. Now we've got potential regular bearish divergence forming. And see that hidden bullish divergence. It worked eventually. Should have just had a bit of faith in that. But yeah, it was all a bit tight and messy. So once I got that reversal dot, had to get out. Took a small loss. No big deal. It just annoys you that it shoots up in the same direction that same day. But we're waiting now for a new signal, trade signal, that's all. Same with the Aussie, waiting on a trade signal. Once again, the 65-cent level, which is this green dashed line, these are big round numbers. It's like a magnet. It's come back to it again on Friday. Like I said, there was something about the USD showing some weakness on Friday. I'm not sure why, but I can see it across the board. We've got the support level down here. So we're trying to look for another trade. I'm looking for trade 6 buy, valid HP, valid for a loss recovery. Got about $1,500 to make up in this, but we've got to break out of this sort of range. It's been very range bound for a while now. You can see it's just grinding slowly up. MAs are not really spreading, they're sort of flattening out now. It's all getting a bit tight. We're at the 65-cent level, so we're just waiting on a setup on that Aussie. Bitcoin, BTC, USD, I wasn't a buy. It's been stopped out. So small profit there. So 18th of August stopped out for a overall profit. No dramas, there was a stop there. So I just leave it on the chart to show you guys. So we're out of that. That's all gone, we're out. You can check the spreadsheet. I've got on my shared spreadsheets, there's for the daily crypto, there's a dedicated sheet for that crypto, I think it's just called. So at the moment, we've got this sort of support level on price, and we're just waiting. I think I actually took a buy this morning on the 8-hour chart on Bitcoin. Keep in mind that Bitcoin's a 24/7 market, so just something to be aware of. So we've got this support level here. That's $120,000 level. So you see prices sort of hit that. It's like a ceiling at the moment. That's 100,000 there. So just waiting at the moment. Bitcoin, there's no open trades. Last trade was a buy. Sorry, sell. Small profit, overall profit. Euro Aussie. Now this, I'm in a traditional hedge from here. So sell, hedge sort of thing. But I think I've pivoted there. Overall break-evens is yellow dash line. As you can see, we've poked through it a couple of times this week, but it's not going high enough or not pushing through. I've made a few notes there, just that white line, just so I know I'm looking for it to push through. I've got to cover the swap fees. So I really need to push through. No big deal. It looks like now with the Aussie going up, this will probably more than likely come down. So the the Aussie USD, if it goes one direction, this normally goes in the opposite direction. So to me, it looks like the Aussie's heading up. This is probably going to head down, which is cool, because what I'll do is I'll go into DCA mode. If I get a sell trade signal soon, if I do, there's a resistance level on price here. I'll look at closing out some of these buys if I can, and maybe taking off one of these sells if I can do that also. So sort of start pruning it and start trying to accumulate some profit. So we're just sort of, it's all very tight. All the buys are up the top and all the sells are down the bottom. That's the only issue with this, but they're all fairly tight. It's a slow moving pair generally, so I'm not too stressed about it, even though it looks like there's a lot happening and we got close to the break even. Look, I could have got out at break even, but I would have taken a bit of a hit on the swap fees. I didn't want to do that, so. Right, Euro Yen in a buy here, and it's just going nowhere. We're just below the entry level. I was a bit concerned about this high here. It came down. This hidden bullish divergence. You can read all about it there, but it's going nowhere fast. Euro USD, still in this buy trade from back here, the 5th of August. It went up a little bit. I managed to close out. I think I was in 2 buys there. Yeah, trade 2 trades, close one and partial close of trade 2, which is this one. I went into DCA mode, that's right. Because I had hidden bullish divergence there, which I like there. That was trade 1. Then I stayed in that trade, even though I had a reverse signal there. I took the trade 2. Went in the dollar cost averaging mode. It's gone up. Once the MACD platinum through the 0 level, started taking some action. Probably didn't lock in enough profit, but only take what market gives you. And I've got to stop in place now. Now we've got this red dot on the MACD platinum, which is just above the 0 level, and technically at the moment there is hidden bearish divergence. But if price keeps on going up, that keeps on going higher like that. It's no longer divergence, so I just delete the trend lines. So we've still got a buy and play, stop in. We haven't been stopped out, which is good. We're lucky, and it's heading back up in the right direction, which is good. All right, Pound Oz, new trade on Monday. This is a new sell trade. It's going to be here. There's a red dot, QMP filter dot, a little bit hard to see, there it is. So on Monday, new sell trade. Good thing is I'm still on a buy trade from here. That is the 22nd of July. Still in a buy trade with a stop in place, which is just above the entry. Can't lose on that. All good. Prices come up, hit this previous high here, resistance level, the blue line, a little bit hard to see because I've got the red and blue line. And technically, there is hidden bearish divergence there also. So a couple of things, got a good strong resistance level and price, got this hidden bearish divergence, and we've got a partial hedge on the buy still. So I'm going to take the sell on Monday. MACD platinum's a good distance above the 0 level. Good setup. I'm happy with that. Pound Aussie, new sell on Monday. Pound CAD, still in this buy trade from back on the 24th of July. Can't lose on that. Stop in place above the entry now. There's the buy down here. Nice. It was a support. Went against me. Bounced off it. You know, you could have got in a second time. If you'd been stopped, say you're stopped out on this one, say if your stop was down here and you've stopped out, just a trend line across these highs here, and spitting at my own laptop, trend line across the highs, you probably, once this candle here sort of confirmed it, you could have got back in that buy. And now at this sort of resistance level and price, as you can see it, and there's potential hidden bearish divergence forming, very similar to the Pound Aussie. There's obviously correlation there, 2 pound pairs. But in the meantime, we can't lose on the buy, and we're just going to wait and see what happens. Yeah, looking okay at the moment. So Pound CAD going well. Pound Swiss already in a sell trade from here. What happened here? I was in DCA buys. They're all stopped out. So buy there. Took a second buy, and 18th of August closed, partial close, and 21st of August stopped out for an overall profit. So that's all gone. That's the buy trade. So I just left that on the chart to show you. Probably didn't really need to leave that on there because it's all sort of gone. So we just concentrate what we've got. So I've got a sell trade here from the 21st of August, a couple of days ago, and you can see there's not, there's that trend line. There's not really any divergence. It's sort of all a bit sort of, there you going, a bit messy, but yeah, prices came down. Sort of, you got, sort of, I could probably draw a trend line across. That's something to be aware of, I guess. There is a like a low down here somewhere, like across there. Probably, there we go. Just a support level. Hopefully we can head down towards that. Be great. Yeah, it's come up to the moving averages. The trend's down. You can look at them, but it hasn't really followed through. MACD platinum still above the 0 level, so we're basically at the entry level at the moment. So Right, pound yen, one of my problem pairs. Last trade was this sell. I'm in lots of sequences here. I think I'd said in one of my last videos I did make a mistake on this. I did an accidental close on my buy trade, and by the time I got the reversal here, I actually got on my accident, I actually got a slightly better profit. So I made a bit of a profit on the, I think that's the first profitable trade we've had on the pound yen. Yeah, got $903 profit. So now we're back in sell mode. So I'll just go to another chart that's a lot cleaner. So this is just the same pair, it's just a cleaner chart. It just shows the most recent trade, which was this sell here. We're just above the entry, it's no big deal. Wasn't a great setup, you can read all about it there. MACD platinum was just above the zero level, but there was this resistance level on price, which also happens to be a big round number, 200.00, big round number. So I didn't like it because we're just above the zero level in the MACD platinum and price is just about at the moving averages. So it's not a great setup, but it's valid all the same, and that's resistance there. So, right, pound USD, a lot happening on this one, isn't there? During the week, I got this new sell signal here. We'll go to the cleaner chart. I'll come back to this one. So this is just the same chart. It's just a cleaner chart. Just show you the most recent trade setup. So this is the 21st of August. It was there's resistance level on price, hidden bearish divergence. So two good things there. My concern is that price was already at the moving averages. All right. So that is written there. And it's because of that USD news yesterday, whatever it was, it's going against me. So we're in the sell here. If you had a stop in place, it'd just be above the red dot there somewhere in that area. But it's not looking good at the moment. Now I'll just go back to my previous chart. This is one that I've been in trades forever. So I started pruning during the week. So I basically got rid of all my buy trades. And so I've only got sells from this date. And I think there's 6 trades. Yeah, 6 trades open still. So I banked some profit. I banked about $6,200 roughly in profit. This trade here is a sell and it's got stop in place, so I can't lose on that. And the last one's this sell trade. So I think there's 4 trades there at that level, so that's the problem, that one. But the good thing is I've got about 6,000 in profit, so I can start pruning this position down and try and remove that and just use this profit I've already banked to help prune it. And when I say pruning, all I'm doing is trying to reduce my risk. Look, I've made several mistakes. I've gone over these many times. It's caused me a world of pain. I seem like I've been in this pair forever, but I like trading it. The charts are a lot cleaner now, a lot easier to read. I've got a clear plan now. It's just a matter of the market doing what I hope it does. Look, if we get a buy here, I could take the buy signal and start removing some of these sells. That's all. Well, this one will be probably stopped out, and I could start pruning this one and going to the buy side, then waiting it for it to come back down again. What goes up must come down. What goes down must come up. That's generally in the Forex market. So have a look at my spreadsheet if you want with regards to the pound USD. You can see all the trades I've closed, and you can do the maths yourself off the spreadsheet. But yeah, we're getting there slowly but surely. All right, let's move on. New Zealand CAD. Got a cold beer waiting for me. New Zealand CAD. Look, this thing's been range bound forever. I'm stuck in all these trades. The last one was this sell trade here, S3. And I've closed half of that, put a stop in place, so I can't lose on that. So it's starting to make a little headway here. I've got notes down here. Going forward with this pair, I'm looking to switch to DCA mode on this. So hopefully I'll get a buy signal soon. And if I get a buy signal, I can start clearing these sell trades and just look to clear the buy trades. I'll take another buy, I'll go on a bit bigger and go on a DCA mode. It's a pair that does go sideways for a long time. So like I said in last week's video, it's not a pair I'm getting too concerned about. I get stressed about generally. But the New Zealand interest rate news caused that spike down and it didn't follow through, which is not surprising. It's coming back up to this level here. So New Zealand CAD. New Zealand USD, no trades on at the moment. That's why it's highlighted in yellow. I'm waiting on a setup. So, It's been below, the MACD platinum's been below the zero level for a while, nearly popped up there, probably did, no, it didn't actually, I'm just looking at the orange numbers over here, it didn't pop up, didn't go over, so it's been below the zero level for a while. We had hidden bullish divergence on that initial, that's this buy here. I'm already in trades, like I'm in a loss recovery sequence from back here, it doesn't matter. This was buy here, was a, buy there. Was on hidden bullish divergence, then now we've got regular bullish divergence. So we're going for that 1-2 on divergence again. Missed out on this one, which was the same, no big deal. We'll go again. So I'm quite happy looking forward to taking a buy trade here actually. Even though you look at market structure, we've got lower lows and lower highs. So, but I'm not sure what's happening with the USD. It may run its course. The MACD platinum's been below the zero level, as I said, so it may head up again. Just waiting on that. USD CAD, this is a bit of a, not a nightmare for me, it's just caused me grief. It's a pair I struggle with on the daily charts, I've said it many times. And talking about the MACD platinum being above the zero level for a long time, look at this, been above the zero level seems like forever. Well, since the 20th of June, what is it? 23rd of August, so yeah, it's a fair while. Yeah, so we're sort of stuck in a range at the moment. I've got, that's a traditional hedge from back here. S1's a traditional hedge. S4 is also a traditional hedge setup. But I'll go on a DCA mode. I just need a clear setup, and I'll go to a cleaner chart here. So the last signal was this sell here. Now, if you're just taking that sell, which is not a bad setup, it's not great. The market structure was there. I was a bit concerned about the market structure. The sell there, your stop would have been in place just above the high here. You would have been stopped out by now if you hadn't got out on the opposite QMP filter dot. That would be my cue to get out. If you did have a stop and it hadn't been hit, once you got that opposite QMP filter dot, that would be me out. So you would have been out in the open of that candle, which would have been just below your stop anyway. So now we've got regular bearish divergence looking for another setup. So you can see it's above there. I've got all these other trades. Don't worry about them too much. We'll work something out. USD Singapore dollar. This is just left in the chart. I was in a sell from the 19th of August. It's just gone absolutely nowhere. Went through, the MACD platinum went through the zero level. We had a blue blue MACD platinum dot there. We had potential divergence forming, hidden bullish divergence, not convincing, but it's there. So I just exited this trade on the 19th of August, closed for a very small loss. So where's that, 19th? On the open of this candle. Closed for a small loss. Now, but stayed in. The thing is, I got this opposite QMP filter dot here. I actually looked at that as a potential buy, but I didn't. The setup wasn't convincing. The MACD platinum's just below the zero level, which is not good, and it was all a bit messy. I didn't take the buy in hindsight, which is good, and now we've reversed. So we're no longer in this trade. So that's a long way of saying I've got out for a small, very small profit. Not even worth, I'd call it a break-even trade. Even though it wasn't, still, to me, it's a break-even trade. So we're in no man's land at the moment, absolutely nothing. So we're just waiting on a setup, nothing happening at the moment. Let's USD Singapore dollar. Righto, 2 new trades on Monday, silver and gold. So this is silver. I'm in a loss recovery. This is a new trade, silver. So let's have a look here. Let's unpack this, as they say. New buy trade on Monday. So I don't know where the price is going to be. It's a loss recovery for me, so it's my second trade. But if you're trading the traditional way with stops in place, your first trade was this buy here. It was based on hidden bullish divergence. It didn't really go anywhere. My concern is this high up here, which is the $40 level, that green dash. See, price too has got to it, sort of shied away. That is my concern. We're back up to this high at the moment, so it's not that convincing. But we had hidden bullish divergence for this first one. MACD platinum below the zero level. There it is there. But it's still below the zero level. So I like that. Prices come back to the moving averages. Now, we had a red dot there. So if you were in this buy and you had your stop was in place, you could have taken a loss on that red dot. Wouldn't have been a big loss. But now get back in on this buy on Monday. So there's a blue dot there on the QMP filter. So new buy there. Not a bad setup. His first buy was taken on hidden bullish divergence. So yeah, it's come back to the moving average, bounced up. My concern is this up here, the highs. Hopefully it'll push through. All levels get broken eventually, don't they? Gold, XAU, USD, same, very similar to silver and gold. You can trade one or the other. It doesn't really matter. We can trade both. Now, we've got the same sort of setup. We've got a high up here, which is 3,500 level, which is a big round number. As I've been banging on, coming in 3 cents over here. But prices sort of hit the ceiling. It's a very Captain Obvious resistance level on price. Will it push through that? I don't know. So that's with the buy. It's come up with range bound. It's sort of stuck in this level for a while. See that reflects with the MACD platinum how it's close to the zero level. We're just below the zero level. For me, it's a sequence trade 2 on a loss recovery. So I'll have profit targets not too far away. It wasn't a big loss, I don't think. $550 odd, which is not that big on gold. So I'll take this buy here on Monday. So there's 3 new signals on Monday: the pound, Aussie, silver, and gold. So there's my notes there. The spreadsheet's already partially updated. All right, let's get into it. US stock market, US 500. Here's the previous high here, this level here, that blue line. So we're back up at it now. US stock market. Actually, had a bit of a discussion over a few beers about the US stock market last night. A few guys asked me about it, and I just said, look, it's a house of cards. We all know that, but try and make money while you can. Who cares? Just don't get caught on the short side. Don't be afraid to close out profits. You know, it's just you can always get back in. So we're at the highs at the moment. So that's the US stock market, and MACD platinum's below the zero level. How much oomph has it got to go up? Who knows? Who knows? All right, boys and girls, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you do like the video, hit the like button and subscribe button. That's always appreciated. If anyone's got any questions or wants to discuss anything, got to learn to speak properly. Hit me up in the Telegram channel or the Facebook group. That's fine. Or send me an email. No dramas at all. Hopefully my brother, as much as I enjoy him being here, he's going on Monday, so I can get back in. I'm going to ramp up my 8-hour trading a bit and finally get this EA finished and built, hopefully, and released. So yeah. All right, thank you. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. Thank you.